think it's time to chop this bit off. And maybe all this back here too. There's lots back here as well. It's beginning to make me feel a bit crazy. It's not the most fun. Oh, but I could leave like a little bit like that. Maybe that'll do. Maybe I'll have like a rat tail. I was never allowed to have one when I was a kid, so yeah. But yeah, I think it's time for most of this to go. Okay, so there's not a lot going on in terms of dollhousing. The weather is changing. I imagine pretty soon I'll be in bike mode. I'm hoping. If I can be in bike mode. I have been in a lot of pain. I spent the last week not even really being able to get up the stairs at night. Kind of to lean into the wall and pull myself up that way. I get shots in my knees again, I believe, probably in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, 10 days. So hopefully that gets me back to some degree of movement, because this winter I've lost a large percentage. Like, I feel like I'm 20% less mobile than I was in December. And that happens every winter. And this one's been particularly long and hard and not really able to do much outside the house. You know, treacherous for someone with the issues that I've got. Bone on bone arthritis in both my knees, at least one of my ankles, and possibly my hips. So I'm in a lot of pain a lot of the time, and I just don't have the energy to do any dollhouse work. And I worry that I won't have enough energy to get to the pond when things do open up. But fingers crossed. Also, what happens this time of year is that the dining room becomes a bike garage. And as you know, that's where I've got this dollhouse set up. I moved all of my gear up into the little office space, and I look forward to being able to get back in there and doing stuff, but I can't do the structure of the dollhouse in that room. There's just no room in there for it. So what's going to happen there is the table this time of year gets pushed back into the corner, essentially, to make room to get the bikes in and out. So the dollhouse will be not as accessible. I also want to talk about electrics. I don't know if I should electrify. I was gifted a lot of dollhouse electrifying kits, but in pieces. So I'm wondering if I should buy a new one, and maybe one that is runs on a battery as opposed to plugs in, or get someone who's actually get an electrician to wire it. Because the more I read about the wiring, the more I look at it, all the information that I have and the kits I have are older. I don't want to cobble stuff together that plugs into a wall. I don't. So the electrifying of the dollhouse may change. There's so much lovely stuff up there that I would like to use. I'm wondering if there would be like a battery kit that I could wire up to it. I've done a little bit of looking into it. I don't really know what I'm looking for. You may have heard me mention to Kevin that I messed up the staircase in the house. I should have just completed it entirely before I put it in, so put all the trim on At that point in time, I was reading the instructions online, and the instructions, I don't know if you've noticed, but it would have come as a giant booklet. Now, when I was reading it online, it appeared as pages in landscape style book. So I had no concept of what the actual order was of the thing. I was reading them in what I thought was landscape off a computer screen and was not understanding it. And this is the sort of dry reading that I will struggle with anyways. It's the sort of thing that I learn better by watching than trying to interpret instructions that aren't great. And I've looked into them online, and a lot of makers have said these instructions aren't great. So I messed up the staircase basically because I didn't read them right, and I have to figure out if I can recover that in any way. So needless to say, I've absolutely carified this whole project, given a beautiful box of dollhouse pieces to put together, and I've messed it up. And I am very tempted to say a much harsher word than messed there, because I've really done a number on it. So I don't know if I would even be able to electrify it anyway. I'll keep doing research on that. I'll keep looking into it. I'll get to a place where I have to make a choice, and I will. I imagine that the dining room is going to be less accessible, so the actual work taking place on the dollhouse will be more erratic. I mean, I'm still doing this, punching out the pieces, labeling them, and punching them out and putting them in bags, and I'm not anywhere near, I'm not even half done that. I'm hoping to get another big dent out of it today. So I apologize if things are a bit boring. Once I'm on my bike, I will possibly take you on my bike if you want to come with me on some bike trips. I got a really nice tent, hammock tent, for my birthday, and I hope to go and do some overnights this summer at places. Me and Kevy can both go and take our bikes and ride to Holyrood if you're interested in that. I know it's not dollhouses, but if you've been watching for a while, you know that that's not all that I do, and that my life in the warmer months becomes very much an outdoors life. I hope that I can do it this year. Today the sun is shining. It's probably about 2 degrees. The snow that we got on the weekend is on Saturday, I guess. When did we get that snowstorm? What is time anyway? That snow is melting, and there should be, if there's a double-digit day this week, I will bike to the pond, and I'll take you with me. Hello. Okay, I'm going to set you up and you can watch me do the most boring work. How about that? There she is. Spring is hitting St. John's. Tim Hortons cups are blooming aplenty. Too many layers. Hills are hard. Now, I have to layer up again because it's that kind of day, and that time of the year, in this particular city. Look at the sun. That's the sun right there. My ears get cold. I'm changing in elevation here, like a couple 100 feet. So I kind of have to dress for each elevation. And I'm about to go up another. I don't know. I'll find out. Or try to find out later. Yeah. So, I'm basically at the highest spot in the road to the pond. So when I'm at the pond, there's this tower. It's sort of up on the hill to the left of the pond. When I'm looking at it, I can see that tower. The pond's on the other side of this ridge. I'll figure out the elevations on Google and I'll add them. But if you just I love Shea Heights. Do you like my double sunnies look? Look at the color of the water and the sky. How incredible is that? I'm gonna fire that thing up now. There was an eagle, but I've lost sight of it. If it comes back, I'll try to get some footage. What's fascinating is how the body remembers. And as I was riding up here, my leg muscles were, dare I say, excited. They loved it. They loved it. Snow's still in the woods. The last time I was up here was 2 weeks ago, and that's when we had that little hole knocked there in the corner and I got in. It's a big difference. Still lots of snow in the woods. Beautiful pond. Okay, let's see if I can get something burning over there.